Okay, this sucks. With a full-length album in October. Let's go! The dirtiest, nastiest, grungiest, heaviest type of beat, which is What's up, everybody? My name's Alex Sinclair. I make K-pop inspired music, K-pop reactions, and now we got a podcast. This is Multi, and what the heck is going on in K-pop right now, guys? Oh my goodness, this is the second episode. We've got so much to talk about. I'm very excited to be here again. Thank you again for tuning in, whether you're watching on YouTube or listening on Spotify, Apple Music. Give it a rating, give us a comment, give us a like. Well, give me a like. It's not like there's no team here. It's just me. Give me a like, Chebal, please. Okay, we're gonna get right down to business. This episode, we're talking about YG's announcement, lots of stuff going on. BABYMONSTER, Big Bang Treasure. Gonna be reacting to that announcement later in the episode. We've also got the banger reactions from my channel that you guys have loved. We're gonna do a little bit of a deeper dive on the most popular song since the last podcast. But first, we gotta talk about Enhypen. Oh, guys. This is some sad news. I'm sure you guys already know. Heeseung from Enhypen has just left the group. No! Okay, this sucks. Man, I have done a lot of Enhypen reactions. Definitely one of my favorite groups to react to. They have like a really cool vampire concept throughout a lot of their music videos. They just recently put out a music video for their song Knife, which, by the way, the beginning of it sounds like it's a sample of, I was like, this has got to be a meme or something. So I think it's an old Vine where there's, and I'll try and put it up like for the clip, but like there's a video of this kid running around a pool. It's like summertime, and the mom is like, what do you got there or something? And the kid's like, it's a knife. And then he keeps running. I don't know if he's Australian or not. That was an Australian accent. I don't know why I did that.
Let me see what you have. A knife. No!
But he's like playfully running with a knife, and it's funny and scary and crazy at the same time. But anyways, the beginning of the Knife song by Enhypen kind of uses that. I don't know if it's a direct sample or like just an inspiration. But that's the beginning of the song. That song is so good. And now we got one less member. What the heck? Okay, so from what I've found, and again, guys, you guys know more about Enhypen than I do, but Heeseung, I think, is like the ace. Like, his vocals are completely insane, so good. I reacted to their Killing Voice, like live performance, and his vocals just go off. Like, listen to this. That's so impressive. Completely insane, so good. One of like the defining like signature voices of Enhypen too. And now he's gone. Why? I don't know. His label put out a statement saying that he's leaving. He's going to be doing a solo project instead, which is kind of weird because I think there's only like a year and a half left on their contract for Enhypen. So why wouldn't he wait until the contract's over? Was he like pushed out of the... I don't know, guys. I don't know. If you guys have more information, let me know in the comments. But it's kind of like boggling my mind because a lot of groups will do solo projects within them. Blackpink, where they stayed together and did their own stuff. BTS, obviously, throughout the military service. But I don't see why you wouldn't be able to like do both, do a solo project and continue with Enhypen unless there's some other stuff going on. It did seem very sudden to us, but I feel like there's a lot more going on behind the scenes that we don't know about. I'm sure there were many talks and discussions about what the members want to do, what Heeseung wanted to do specifically. Hopefully it's his own decision. I'm definitely super excited for like his own music, but I want more Enhypen music. OT7. But definitely will be continuing to support Enhypen and Heeseung in his solo endeavors. But my goodness me. And it's like, The way that the K-pop industry works is so different than the Western pop music industry. Let me explain. One of you guys asked me this too in the comments of the last podcast, is like, how much do I know about the K-pop industry? And about like the artists and idols and groups and stuff, I know a little bit about a lot of multiple different artists and groups I know a little about, and I'm forever learning. You guys are teaching me, which is amazing. But like, as far as the industry itself goes, when I first started listening to K-pop, I was like, this is such a different world than what I'm used to as far as the industry works. Pop music here in Canada or US, or like that Western market, is very artist driven. So the artists have to have like their own come up first. Like, you gotta play bars, you gotta put your own music out on YouTube and like try to promote it yourself until maybe you'll pitch it to like different labels until they pick you up as an artist. But you have to be like sort of established on your own first, which is different than the K-pop system, which has, as you guys know, the trainee system, where people with talent will be like sort of handpicked and then put into this program to train with a specific label or company, and then will eventually debut in whichever group. And usually it's a group. K-pop is more group driven, whereas the Western pop music scene is more individual solo artist based. So that's a bit of a difference there. But from an outsider looking in, when I first got into K-pop a few years ago, I was like, this is so interesting because it's almost like a sports team. Like, the group is the sports team and the members like get drafted to that team, and the way that they operate like within each other is like they're really bonded like a team. They have contracts like sports teams. They have the bigger labels that they're under, or smaller labels depending, and actually that's almost like a team on its own, like YG or SM or JYP, Hybe. That's like a bigger team, and then the groups are a smaller team, and like they train as trainees exactly like a sports team. Like, there's so many correlations to sports, and I did a lot of sports, still do a lot of sports. I did, well, skateboarding doesn't really help my example because that's like an individual sport. Although, side note, if you guys haven't seen skateboarding at the Olympics too, that is fire. And speaking of another sport that I currently play that is also at the Olympics, along with my team, am destroying the Thursday night curling league in town. If you guys don't know what curling is, hopefully maybe you've seen a little bit of it at the Olympics that just passed.
You can off.
You haven't done it once?
I haven't done it once.
It's very exciting stuff, let me tell you. If you play curling, let me know in the comments down below. But everybody has to be on the same page, and I played a lot with like my brother growing up. My sister Jamie is a 3-time national champion, and she's been on my reactions before.
Okay, so they are riding the curling rock. Not recommended, not safe, and normally the rocks aren't that big. They're only about yay big, about 42 pounds.
So basically playing on a small team like that, even in Enhypen, just 7 members, 6 members now. Oh no! It's a grind. There's a lot going on behind the scenes, so hopefully everybody's okay. Hopefully everybody is doing what they want to be doing. And for us, I just hope that there's more music by Enhypen and Heeseung. Sheesh! Woo! That was heavy, guys. Let's get into some fun stuff. The YG announcement. Haven't really checked it out. I know sort of the broad strokes, but let's basically react to what's going on from YG. From YG himself. He could have just done a press release, but he decided to put himself on video, which I love. It's so cool. Every like 6 months, he just comes on and says, "What's up, guys? This is what's going on with my badass company." Okay, basically got the transcript here. Gonna go through it with you guys and see what the heck we got going on. First of all, Big Bang. Big Bang will be kicking off global tour this year in celebration of the 20th anniversary of their debut. Holy smokes. Actually, that reminded me of something else that you guys asked in the comments. If you guys also have questions, leave a comment down below, whether it's on Spotify, Apple, or definitely YouTube. I read all those comments, so I'll definitely get to those in the next episode. But somebody asked, or it's not really a question, I guess, but they said it'd be cool to do a deeper dive on how some of these artists from like older generations influenced current day K-pop artists, and actually it's kind of funny because I'm sort of doing this in reverse. I'm discovering a lot of like the newer groups now because I'm a fairly new K-pop stan. So I'm like discovering BABYMONSTER, Blackpink, but then being like, oh wait, 21 influenced this like sound entirely. Girl crush concept, like powerful females, they kind of pioneered that instead of just like the cute soft look. And then Big Bang with like the hip hop influence, the fashion influence, like G-Dragon individualistic style within the group, but also like working with fashion brands. There's so much to dissect there. I would love to do a deeper dive into that, and I'm still like discovering all this stuff. So if there's cool stuff that you guys know about how older generation artists influence current modern day K-pop artists, definitely let me know in the comments. But moving on to the big one, BABYMONSTER. You guys know I love BABYMONSTER. I've literally almost done probably 100 BABYMONSTER reactions on my channel, youtube.com/Alex Sinclair Music, the biggest K-pop reaction channel online. Maybe, almost, guys, we're almost there. But here's what YG's got to say for BABYMONSTER. BABYMONSTER is gearing up to return with a new mini album called Choom, which I found out Choom means like dance, which makes a lot of sense. Studio Choom, dance studio. Obviously. Okay, this is a new mini album in May. Oh my gosh, that is not that far from now. I'm crazy excited for that. Holy smokes. They're gonna kick off their comeback with the pre-released Choom, followed by a title track with a different vibe. Any sound that they take on, I feel like they just nail. So I can't wait to see what kind of vibe this is gonna be. The last couple releases have been like pretty hip-hop heavy, which I absolutely adore. It sounds so good. It really, really fits like their style and aesthetic. But then also their kind of softer stuff, super duper love. Like Wild has like country, like literally anything they do, I'm gonna eat it up. No crumbs, baby. Let's go. Also, BABYMONSTER is planning a comeback with a full-length album in October. Let's go. Okay, that's sick. So 2 album, mini album, full album, May, October. That is so soon. I don't know how they pump out this much content, this many music videos and songs and releases. They're working so hard, guys. Holy smokes. Okay, wow. And then a tour, crazy. Next, we got Treasure. Treasure, I feel like I haven't reacted to in a long time. BABYMONSTER's older brothers. It's saying that they're currently in the midst of an ongoing tour, preparing for a comeback with a new mini album in June. Okay, super sick. Amazing. I cannot wait to hear some more stuff by Treasure because it's been too long. Oh, it'll feature YG style hip hop songs from Treasure. Let's go. I mean, they've got some softer stuff. I think King Kong is maybe the last song I reacted to that was a little heavier, sort of hip hop, I think. Jikjin. Oh, that's a banger. That I did not do it justice right there with my interpretation of it, but you guys know Jikjin. If you don't, look it up. Super fire song. Okay, and finally, new groups. He ended the announcement by talking about, oh yeah, I think I've heard about this. Debuting a new boy group this fall. That's pretty exciting. From YG, it's been a minute since there's been a new boy group. I am very, very curious to see what kind of sound that's going to be, because a lot of like the new boy groups that are coming out now, Cordis, I'm thinking Long Shot, I'm thinking Alfred Drive 1, pretty cool, like slightly different. I wonder what kind of sound, what kind of spin YG is going to put on a boy group. Very excited for that. Okay, and finally, oh yes, they are going to reveal soon the next 2 members for the girl group tentatively called or temporarily called Next Monster. That's probably just a working title that they're gonna change at some point. But okay, they're gonna reveal the last 2 members. I've reacted to the reveal of the first 2 members, Chanya and Evely, and I think there was like a dance performance in there. That was a long time ago, guys. So they've been working on this project for a while. I don't know where they're at as far as what stage of assembly they're at with this group, but I kind of forgot about that, but I was very, very excited and impressed by the talent of the 2 members that are revealed so far. So what are the next 2 members? Who are the next 2 members going to be? What are they going to sound like? What is this group going to sound like? What are they going to be called? I don't know, but I want to know. So stay tuned for that. Hopefully they reveal that soon, because that is also very exciting news. Wow, insane, fun, exciting news coming out of the YG camp. Sheesh, let's go. Lastly, and it's the elephant in the room. We got to talk about this. Another one of your questions in the comments. What are my expectations for these albums from BABYMONSTER specifically? I'm not even expecting. I know it's going to be incredible. The mini album and the full album. I think we're going to explore the potential of all the girls in the group. All the girls? Rami? Maybe? I hope. I feel like for her to come back, if you guys didn't know, she's been on a hiatus, health-related issues for like a long time now. And I feel like we're all just waiting for her to come back. It might be a little bit too soon for the mini album for her to come back, but maybe, or like just come back with a bang in the full album. That would be amazing. I really hope she comes back for the mini album in May. That would be so, so, so cool. But like, I feel like YG's been dropping hints every now and then, and you guys let me know too in my super duper love music video reaction. At the end, there's like a girl looking through a window, and that girl we don't see because it's just from the back. And is that Rami? And she's like, I'm about to jump through this window. It was just on the first story, guys. It wasn't high. Ground level window, jumped out the window, joined the girls. Hopefully. That's what we were hoping. But then the music video ended, so we don't know. But maybe that was her. I don't know. There's like hints and stuff that I feel like, I just got a feeling, guys, that she's gonna be coming back soon. Do you guys feel the same way? All right, guys, time to get into your favorite reaction of mine since the last podcast, the most popular video that you guys have watched. Drum roll, please. Girl said, tweet. Oh. Okay, wait, this is actually so sick. What the heck? This song is really cool, and Girl Said has like a really cool story. This song has like an 80s kind of intro that goes like, and I realized after that, well, from reading the comments, that this is actually a sample from SWV song called Weak, which is kind of funny because this is Tweak and the original song was Weak from like an R&B group from 1993, I believe the song was released, and it's an exact sample, just the beginning. But then the beginning at Tweak by Girl Set plays that exact sample. It's like a piano little intro.
Yeah, peace.
But then it does a tape stop effect where the sample kind of ends. It just goes, and then we get into like the actual song, which is a completely different like tempo, but keeps the same vibe, the same essence of the sample from that R&B 90s song throughout their song. And not only does it keep the essence, but it dabbles with so many like different genres, different styles. But basically their vocals are so good on this song. They sound so airy, very, very R&B type melodies. The ad-libs go crazy. And they put these like beautiful angelic vocals really over top of And this is like really interesting. They put those nice vocals over top of the dirtiest, nastiest, grungiest, heaviest type of beat, which is drill. Oh, shoot. Gotta fix that later. Drill. Drill is a very, very dark, heavy type of hip hop sound that uses the 808, which we mentioned 808 a lot. 808, if you guys don't know, is like a drum machine from a specific drum machine, like a literal drum box machine from the 80s by Roland. And one of the sounds on it is just like a bass like 808. TR 808 is the name of the machine. That's just the sound that came out of it. And people have taken that, especially recently in hip hop, and used it to create these heavy hip hop beats nowadays. But also you can add distortion to it. It's basically just a sound that you can then build upon, and it's very distinct, very heavy, very cool sounding. But drill uses this sound a lot. And along with heavy, deep drums and like cool, complicated like hi-hat patterns, drill usually uses like dark pianos or synths to like give it an almost spooky kind of vibe. And that's the interesting contrast in this Girl Set song, is that there's those dark elements, but on top of it is a really light R&B vocal. So the contrast is really cool. And and also in drill, they have sliding 808s, which are so cool. I've used this like kind of effect in my song Empire, but it's basically where the 808 all of a sudden is like hitting a note. And that's kind of a distinct thing too about drill, is that it keeps the 808 on one note, the bass on one note, just going like or like whatever rhythm, but it's like that in the Tweak song too, just on one note. But then all of a sudden you might have the note jump up an octave and then do something weird. So it'll go like do 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 do. But this is what makes it cool, is in between that you glide the note. So instead of just going from like say a C to a higher C, you go C up to a higher C, and then a bunch of up and downs gliding in between, and it sounds like so cool. It sounds like guys, my beatboxing is so off today, but like listen to my song Empire. I did a 808 glide in there. Ain't no match when I feel my empire, yeah. I don't think they have glides in this Tweak song, but in a lot of drill type music, or even in some other drill inspired K-pop songs, you'll hear that gliding 808. But it's a really cool production element that I love to mess with. But I am really vibing this song, and I think this direction that we've landed on for Girl Set is so good. I wasn't too sure where we were gonna go previously. Like, this group came out of a survival show that I watched. Basically, that's like where they're putting together, making the band sort of thing. That was through JYP, and they came up with the group Vicha, which I'm always trying to like explain this to people. And I'm like, Vicha, or I'll try to say it in Korean because the Korean doesn't really have... guys, side note, I'm trying to learn Korean and I am well on my way. I think it's hard. But Korean doesn't really have a sound for V. It's more of like a B. So whenever I try to explain it, I'm like, bicha. Pizza. Not pizza. And then I'm trying to... because I don't think this word... like, this is the name of the group, and it's really hard to pronounce, but it's supposed to mean like to illuminate or in light of, like brightening up. And so I think it's more like bichua. Let's try that. Bichua. Oh! In light of. Let's go! Bichua. There we go, guys. I'm telling you, my Korean is improving. But anyways, they had debuted as Bichua and put out a couple of songs that were definitely more like bubblegum, poppy, sort of upbeat. YO Universe, I think, was one of them. But then they had some rearranging. They re-debuted as a 4-member girl group called Girl Set, and put out Commas at first, which I made reference to it in my Commas reaction. But that one, Like, it looked like there wasn't much budget being spent on the music video. Not many commas spent on the music video, ironically, because the song is like about spending commas. So I was a little bit worried, to say the least, that we weren't putting enough resources into this group because they have so much potential. But I am happy to say that this song is a freaking banger. It's got the production value. The music video is incredible. The production on the vocals, on the I could be wrong, but I think JYP himself produced a lot of this, but like music-wise, sounds amazing. Combines those R&B flavors with the drill, with the Jersey Club beat actually that we talked about in the last podcast. It also has some of that. But just a lot of like really cool elements. I feel like all the girls are shining in this. The choreography is on point. Like everything is just super, super good about it. I love it. I am very, very, very excited to see what Girl Set does next. All right, we are at the comments Q&A section. If you guys want to ask me a question directly that you want me to answer live on the, well, not really live, but on the podcast, let me know in the comments down below on whatever platform you're checking this out on, audio or video, and I'll answer it on the next podcast. But this is the first question. Do you have a bias of all K-pop groups or someone who stood out the most to you? Yeah, biases are crazy. Like my favorite members from a particular group, I have so many biases, I feel like, but definitely there's always somebody that stands out in a group that I find when I'm reacting to a group for the first time. I'll be like, oh wow, this person's choreography, this person's visuals or vocals like really stand out. I might get drawn to that person at first, and I feel like it always changes. But yes, I definitely have biases in a lot of these groups, and it can change depending on the comeback. Oh, have you been to a K-pop concert? This one's kind of crazy. I have not been to a K-pop concert yet. It's kind of embarrassing to say, but actually it's a little bit like I'm sort of waiting for the perfect one. It's a little bit of pressure now because I've reacted to so many groups, checked out a lot of groups, and now I'm like, I gotta pick one. Well, I guess I don't have to pick one. I could go to like many concerts, but the first one, there's like a lot of pressure. Which group or which idol is gonna be my first K-pop concert? That's kind of crazy, guys. If you have a suggestion of which K-pop concert should be my first, please let me know in the comments because I'm stressing about this decision, but I need to go to one soon. And last question, do I have, oh, this one is from Spotify. Yeah, do I have a fandom name currently? I do, actually. Fandom is called Synchros. Basically like my last name, Sinclair, Synchros. And yeah, a lot of you guys have joined the fandom, the official fandom, obviously on Patreon. You guys can subscribe to that for a bunch of extra bonus content and reactions and stuff like that. But yeah, anybody who's a fan of mine, thank you so much. It's even crazy, the concept to have a fandom. But yeah, it's called Synchros. And if you want to join, just say, I'm in. All right, guys, this has been super fun. I'm really enjoying doing this podcast and talking a little bit deeper about K-pop in general and stuff that's going on. And I'm enjoying reading your comments and hearing your guys' thoughts. So definitely more episodes to come. We've got BTS doing a comeback, a full album, and a show. It's going to be insane. In the next podcast, we're going to talk about it. But in the meantime, let me know how you guys are doing with this Enhypen news. Are you guys holding up? How you doing? Talk to me in the comments. I'm here for you. And also, what do you think about these YG announcements and everything that's going on in K-pop right now? Tell me your thoughts. But until then, we'll see you guys in the next one. Sheesh!